When our ships were shattered and our empire burned, we drifted, homeless, leaderless, and broken. The Council of Stars declared us a liability to galactic stability, a polite way of saying we were no longer welcome anywhere. Every port refused docking, every colony denied asylum. The once proud Virine Dominion was reduced to refugees scattered through the void. For cycles, we begged for a place to stay. No one answered, no one, except the humans. It began with a faint broadcast from a backwater blue world. This is the United Terran Republic. If you need food, water, or a place to rest, we'll make room. At first, we thought it was a trap. Humans were deathworlders, infamous even among the hardiest species, reckless, emotional, volatile. The galaxy whispered stories about how they could survive on planets that would kill most beings in minutes. We expected savages or conquerors. Instead, we found kindness. When our ragged fleet limped into their system, the humans didn't train weapons on us. They sent rescue ships. They didn't demand tribute. They offered blankets, food, and translators. Children waved from windows as we were guided down to Earth. They even apologized that the accommodations were a little rough. We stared in disbelief. Rough? To us, it was paradise. I'll never forget my first night on Earth. The air was thick with oxygen, dangerous levels for most species, and alive with sound. I could feel the pulse of insects, the rush of wind, the distant thunder of oceans. It was a world that fought back, and yet somehow humanity thrived here. A human named Mara Lynn, a medic, helped me down the ramp. Her hands were steady, her voice gentle. When I told her that our people had lost everything, she just smiled and said, "Then you can start over here. Everyone deserves a home." No council decree, no conditions, just compassion. Weeks passed, and we saw more of what made humans human. They didn't just feed us, they included us. Children played with our young despite the differences in skin, claws, and scales. Farmers taught our foragers how to work the soil. Human engineers rebuilt our generators using scavenged parts and an energy drink can. When one of our elders wept for our fallen world, a human veteran sat beside her in silence. No words, just shared grief. Somehow, that meant more than any speech. They understood loss. They'd lived it 100 times. Not everyone in the galaxy approved. The same council that exiled us threatened sanctions on Earth. They claimed humans were harboring a destabilizing species. The humans' response was simple. The Terran ambassador stood before the council and said, "We don't abandon people, just because it is convenient." The chamber went silent. No other species would have dared to defy the council so openly. But humans didn't care. They had a saying, "Family isn't blood. It's who shows up when you have nothing left." And they meant it. Decades later, we rebuilt our cities. Not as conquerors, but as neighbors. Our flags fly beside theirs. Our young attend human schools, learning about Earth's history and humanity's impossible endurance. In return, we teach them our songs, our ways of healing, our art. Mara Lynn, the medic who first helped me, now serves as ambassador to the Virine Human Alliance. She still wears the same small metal pin on her jacket, a circle of two worlds intertwined. Whenever she visits, she asks the same question. "Do you feel at home yet?" And I always answer, "We did, the day you called us family." Now, when ships pass through this region, they see two worlds shining together. Once we were exiles. Now we are builders. Once we were alone. Now we are family. Because in the darkest corner of the galaxy, when no one else would open their doors, humanity did.